Montreal Canadiens forward Thomas Plekanec has been placed on unconditional waivers for the purpose of termination. What does this mean for his NHL career? And what does this mean for the Montreal Canadiens? What kind of impact will it have on the team? We'll discuss that situation coming up next. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. We review and discuss all 31 NHL teams. So if you're a huge hockey fan, consider subscribing and clicking the bell so you don't miss anything. So as I mentioned off the top, Thomas Plekanec is on waivers for the purpose of termination. So ultimately his time with the Montreal Canadiens is coming to a short-lived end here. Now as we know, he spent the bulk of his career in Montreal, but was traded to the Toronto Maple Leafs at last year's NHL trade deadline. He's returned through a free agent contract signing this offseason where he signed a one-year deal worth $2.25 million. Now, having the Habs terminate the contract now does have some positive implications on the team. He's only played in 3 games this year, scoring 1 goal. Ultimately, it does free up a roster spot. As we discussed here before, the Montreal Canadiens do have an abundance of forwards, and we've discussed what they will do to kind of make room and level out their roster, assuming they can get everybody healthy and able to play. Well, this is certainly a solution here that kind of frees up a spot and helps with that kind of roster clog that they've been dealing with so far this year. By doing this, not only do they get the roster spot, but the Montreal Canadiens also save $1.79 million in cap space for the remainder of this season. So as we know, Thomas Plekanec had a pretty solid career. He's now played in 1,001 NHL games, just recently completing his 1,000th game here not too long ago with Montreal. It's quite a distinguished honor that for him to reach that plateau. It's not something that a lot of players get to accomplish. So for him to have that kind of longevity and successful career, it's certainly something to be applauded. I mean, he's been a long-staying member of the Habs, gone through the ups and downs for sure, scoring 233 goals, 608 total points in his career. So, I mean, Thomas Plekanec has a lot to be proud of for sure. It has been noted that Thomas Plekanec does wish to continue playing at least for the remainder of the season. It's not really clear beyond that. It's probably take a wait-and-see approach if he's able to get a chance to play here and see how the remainder of that season goes. But he's obviously had some tough luck this year in Montreal. He's having a hard time getting in the lineup. He was on injury reserve for a little while as well, and ultimately, things just didn't pan out. The Montreal Canadiens have had a pretty solid start to the season, certainly much better than many people predicted or gave them credit for. That is for certain, and I think a big part of that is a lot of their younger players have been playing quite well, and it's been tough for Plekanec to really get in the lineup and make any kind of impact. So for Thomas Plekanec to play in over 1,000 games, majority of those with one team nowadays, is certainly quite an accomplishment. Like I said, he's had a great career, a lot to be proud of, but could this be the end of the line for him in the NHL? Do you see another NHL team giving him an opportunity, or do you think the possibility does exist that he could return to Clydno to finish out the season? I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments on Thomas Plekanec's career down in the comment section. Do you have a favorite memory, especially if you're a Habs fan, of Plekanec in a Habs jersey? What do you think overall of his career? And do you think this is the end of the line for him at the NHL level? If you're new to the channel here, I hope you consider subscribing. We cover all 31 NHL teams, and there's plenty of content here for all hockey fans to enjoy. So if you're new, hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, please hit the like button as well. As always, thank you very much for watching, everybody. We will catch you next time.